Hey guys, today I'm taking you on a 6-stop coffee shop tour throughout Mexico City, one of my favorite urban cities to visit in the world. To my surprise, at the end of the video, on another barista's recommendation, I ended up at a Melbourne-inspired coffee shop, which served me a very unique type of coffee that I've never tried before. Stay tuned to find out. Check out this walkway, man. Check this out. I mean, you just don't get this anywhere, man. Everywhere you go in Mexico City, you have one of these beautiful pedestrian walkways surrounded by trees and greenery, and it's stunning. We're in Mexico City today. Super excited. Been here for about a week with one of my close friends. So we're gonna do a little hopping around the city, checking out some coffee shops. So super excited for that. Mexico City is known as one of the coffee capitals of the world. So very excited. Although we are starting the trip in La Condesa, we are gonna weave our way through that neighborhood, head on over to Amsterdam Ave in Roma, and then end the trip at CUMBÉ in Cuauhtémoc. So the first shop we're at is Almanegra in La Condesa. It's a cute little storefront shop. I'm planning on getting a flat white or a cortado at every shop, and then also a filter coffee so I can taste the espresso and the coffee bean itself. We got the Gibraltar here, whole milk. Very smooth, almost a little flowery. And then we got a filter coffee, CDmx here, which is what they call the pour over. The coffee bean is called the Black Honey, and I'm not going to pretend like I have a good palate. One thing I love about this place is it has one solo table out front in front of the window, so it's a nice quaint little vibe for getting your day started. Almanegra was honestly a great start to the day. Nate, the barista, gave a couple good recommendations for Roma Norte coffee shops, and we have the same name, so that's a good omen if I've ever heard one. The Gibraltar was solid, as well as the filter coffee. So we got about a 15-minute walk to the next shop, a place where I actually spent a ton of time last year working remotely when I was in Mexico City. So excited to revisit it. El Ilusionista Cafe is one of my favorite and go-to spots in Mexico City. They have really good coffee. I even saw at one point the barista had poured out the bag of coffee beans into a box and was pulling out the over-roasted or under-roasted beans from that bag to ensure a smooth and consistent quality throughout the coffee. So whenever you see that, you know the place means business and that the coffee is going to be amazing. I got a cortado, which is more like an espresso because it was barely milk. Very good. Tasted a little bit chocolatey. A lot of sweet notes to it, which I really enjoy. So now we're walking about a 15-minute walk over to Chiquitito Cafe, which there are a few locations in Mexico City, but going to the one in La Condesa. So let's get it. Check out this beautiful walkway, man. One of my favorite parts about the city. Absolutely stunning. My new neighborhood spot for this trip was Chiquitito Cafe in La Condesa, and unlike El Ilusionista, was much smaller and narrower, which gave it some more life as you navigated your way through and around people to get to your delicious cup of coffee. I ordered a cortado with oat milk, which was delicious. Great little place, really nice vibes, really friendly baristas. They actually asked me if everything was okay with the coffee because I barely drank any. So my heart's about to jump out of my chest. And I met a nice gentleman named from the US who was watching Asmongold, which I thought was funny because I'm a big Asmongold fan. And I learned that he's doing the having 2 jobs, working remote lifestyle, living in Mexico City and other places around the world, which I think, hey, if you can manage that and still perform really well at your job, then that's epic and more the power to you. Now we're on our way to Cardinal Coffee House, frequently on many Reddit and other recommendations. Got the cortado Cardinal. That one's good. The barista showed me what type of coffee they use as well, and then planning on coming back tomorrow to get some. think it's probably my favorite one so far. Had a great like rugged vibe to it. Seems like a place that's been around for a while. This cool like world map on the wall, and the cortado was delicious. And the baristas were also super friendly. It was a little bit slower than I typically like it. Like I usually like a little just hustle and bustle. Like one thing I love about coffee shops in cities is I feel like it gives you a really good flavor of like the type of person that's there and just like the local vibe. And each of them have kind of unique things about them which make them special. And then on top of that, if you love coffee, it's one of the best places to go in a city like Mexico City that's got a ton of different great options. Quentin Cafe on Amsterdam was a spot I had already planned on stopping at, but was also recommended to me by a restaurant owner that I met the day before. Due to it being right next to a hostel, there were people from a ton of different backgrounds posted up drinking a cup of coffee and talking about their travels. Gracias. I loved it so much I bought a bag of coffee to bring home with me. Definitely my favorite aesthetic. It's pretty much 95% concrete throughout and some really pretty gold accents on some of the countertops, tables, and nice lighting throughout. I spilled, but we got a beautiful roadside table here. It's very good. Honestly, I'm pretty new to this, so it's difficult for me to taste the specific espresso, but I love it. Total vibe. Very happy I went. We're on our way to CUMBÉ Coffee Roasters, which was recommended to me by Nate at Almanegra this morning. All right. Guys, this is Nadia. Say hello. Hola. Nadia, the barista there, was super friendly, spoke to me for about 30 minutes. And one thing she told me, which was really dope, was she participated in the Mexico City barista competition that they host there. After receiving my coffee at CUMBÉ, I was a little confused because I thought I had received tea. But after talking with my new friend Nadia, she reassured me that it was indeed coffee, which given the very light nature of the roast makes the coffee look more reddish orange and a little see-through. After some research, I learned that tea-like is a common way to describe these coffees, not necessarily from a lack of strength and concentration, but from a slightly lower body and lack of roasty, earthy, bitter notes. New experience, which was super dope to try. CUMBÉ is built off of the concept of Australian coffee shops, or Melbourne specifically. And it had a really cool vibe in there. And I can't wait to go back. Super buzzed from all this coffee, hoping I can sleep tonight, but my buddy Nick gets into town. Very excited for that. We're gonna have a fun few days in Mexico City before we head back to LA. All right, we are back at the apartment. Check it out, by the way. 6 coffee shops were hit today. It was incredible. It was really great to meet some baristas, learn more about coffee, try coffees that I've never had before, and hoping you guys can use this to get some recommendations on your list for when you visit.